Okay, can we take this out? Can we take this again? I'm going to delete this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What the cast?
What the cast?
What the cast?
Hey, what the cast, yeah? What are you
Okay.
talking about?
And we are recording.
Up what? We are the what the cast. Yes, we're back. And we didn't forget the last week. Just kidding. I don't know.
No, we've kept
But we're
up.
back again. Yeah, we're back again. Every week we do this every Wednesday. Please follow us on wherever you guys watch this on or hear this on. But yeah, I sound weird because my nose is blocked. I've been sneezing because of dust allergies and I'm eating like really spicy food. So bear with me.
Yeah.
So this week's updates, Ama and Kiran turned 20 yesterday. It was
Belated
it was
happy
a good
birthday. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Ram. Thanks.
couldn't do much, but it was a good day. Happy belated birthday
Yeah,
again, Kiran. Go wish
Thank you
him,
very
go
much.
spam him. If you want some weird pictures of him to post,
DM us.
hit us. Hit us up for a thing, yes. So other updates are I'm eating Maggie.
Custom
Bryden
Maggie. Custom Maggie.
Yeah,
Custom
Maggie.
made.
It's really spicy.
It was made by some small child in Africa.
Yeah, who doesn't study for her boards?
Yeah.
Exactly.
12th grade boards.
Who's
If you're listening to
apparently
this, go study for boards.
and who's
Yeah.
apparently from some other country, but he's just living in India.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
But yeah, so the cases are rising. Everybody's going crazy, and it's coming close, man. It's hitting people we actually know and stuff. So please stay at home. Urge you to stay at home. Like please, it's a request. It's like a plead. It's like a cry for help. Please stay at home. It's getting really bad. Like not even kidding, bad.
Yeah.
Like meanwhile classes are still going on, assignments and all, you do that. Exercise, there was a recent study that said there are almost 53 million deaths every year because people don't work out enough. I'm not saying go lift weights and start doing bench presses, just like a few stretches, maybe some push-ups or some sit-ups will do a lot. Or maybe skip. I started skipping a few days back. My legs are sore, but it's good. I mean, I couldn't touch my toes this morning, but after stretching a little bit, I could. So that's a good improvement. Enough about me. Bryden, why don't you come and talk about your stuff?
Yeah. What's up? We just like to give everybody a very warm, cool, What the Cast family kind of welcome back to our stupid, pointless podcast that sometimes we question our choices sometimes we make in life. But well, I feel it's just all what the universe wants us to do, I guess. We can just say it like that. So anyways, just a few, just a small little piece till we get into the main episode. So, what the cast when it just a small little backstory. What the cast when it started off as a channel that was preparing itself or that is leading to interview a lot of guests, special guests on topics that y'all guys, our viewers, the guests, if they hit us up and ourselves want to talk about or feel like we should address it globally. So that's why we started the podcast. Also to win, like I mentioned in the previous episode, if you haven't watched it, link in our bio, Instagram handles, all of that given below. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you're watching it on Spotify, then you probably know that our Instagram handles will be mentioned on our YouTube. So you can go check that out. So anyways, back to the story. So, but what's happened is the reason why we've been skimping on making episodes, and we at Watercast don't want to keep it really production based and keep it like a kind of a set. And we want to be very transparent about the whole working. So basically, everybody knows that as a startup, it's really hard to actually get guests, and we have to actually request people to come on the show, be on the show, and obviously like just starting up, so we're still learning, we just getting into this whole podcast thing and all of that. So we just want to make it like most of our viewers are like very excited, like yo, there's going to be a new guest. Like don't always expect it. It's gonna be most of the time just the three of us, at least for a while, till our channel actually picks up and gains a little more recognition. Then obviously we'll have a lot of amazing guests. Whatever the journey holds. So, anyways, back to the thing. So basically, just a small disclaimer saying that it's gonna be the Stig, Mars, and myself all the time, most of the time, just for the starting. Obviously, it might get repetitive. We're gonna try to mix it up, and we're gonna obviously try to get as many people, as many guests that we can to come talk on the show. But till then, like, yeah, we just want to just put this out there.
Yeah, so like as Brian said, also sort of like it's not that hard to find people to come and talk on the show, but it's really important that the people have like stories to share and like their experiences and like unique things that people haven't heard or their views and which like aren't like really stereotypical to like break the boundaries and come and talk on the show, right, boys?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah, man.
Mars can back it up saying that, we
we
really
just
looking for some interesting content.
content that you like listening to, or you're inspired, after watching the episode or listening to the episode. We just want to we just want to create a platform where, people can voice their opinions, tell their stories, show the world how they became the person they are, or what led to being that person or that profession or that hobby or that passion.
So in the gist of it, that's it. And we just want y'all guys to do us a huge favor. So after every episode, or if you just watching this episode now, just quickly DM us or like comment below if you're watching it on YouTube. Like if you want to really be on the cast, if you have an interesting story, or if you have something to share with the world, please, we'd be delighted to have y'all guys. So, anyways, getting back to today's main topic in episode, it's photography, film editing. One of actually one of Kiran and my goals or plans in the future, like after all of this technical stuff or this parenting phase of life, where we're just still under our parents' roof and stuff. Once this is done, we plan to do the same thing full time. So basically, we have an amazing guest today. Really talented, I think, upcoming filmmaker and present photographer who's been working alongside a lot of people who's like hit him up to do shoots, and he has his own stuff, and he's really talented person. Jabez Samuel, and the way I met this dude also is so weird. The way me and Kiran met him is like we know a friend who knew him, and we got invited to one of his shoots that she was going for, and then he shows up, and then it just clicks between us, and we just become really close.
Yeah,
and
and
we're
then we
like,
just
"Yo,
had a
what's up?"
barbecue the
This,
next
that.
day and all.
We just randomly
good.
invite him to a barbecue. Stuff clicks. He's a pretty chill guy. So, and then obviously he's really inspirational in the way he got into photography and all of that. So we just wanted to share his story. He wanted to share his story. Plus, it's our topic on photography, and hence we invite him over. Okay, so welcoming today's guest, Jabez Samuel. I hope I said that right. So cue the intro music, I guess.
I was actually waiting for the music, but what is up, guys? My name's Jabez. Thanks for letting me on your podcast. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, dude. It's our pleasure to have you here, man. I mean, like,
yeah. So what's up? How you guys been?
oof. Oh,
Pretty okay. Shit.
quarantine's been a piece of shit. That's all I can say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lockdown. What 3.0 is it right now?
Yeah, 3 point. I don't know how many more numbers they're gonna
69 or
call.
something.
Oh, shit.
69.0. But yes, thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
So how you been this
yeah.
lockdown? Like how you been spending your time and stuff?
Oh, dude. So I've been trying to get more clients. I'm a photographer slash filmmaker for the people who don't know. I'm starting a production company right now. I'm working on it. So this entire lockdown, I've been trying to, just improve my skills as a filmmaker, trying to learn new things, new softwares, new techniques, and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get in touch with a lot of people in Bangalore, but that's pretty much it. But honestly, mostly it's just been gaming and wasting
A lot
time.
of that,
Yeah,
Warzone and stuff.
yeah, and watching a lot of movies and TV shows.
Oh yeah,
But that's pretty much my lockdown,
shit, man.
and
So like,
eating a lot as well.
yeah. So like, yeah. So as we said, and as Jabez just said, wait. Okay, look. I've had this conversation with him before. He says his name is Jabez. I call him Jabez. It's just my thing. I can't call him Jabez. It sounds weird for my head. Okay, so just
Yeah,
gonna
in
stick to
like
Jabez.
Jabez.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick to Jabez. You can call
Dude,
yourself
at
whatever you
this
want, buddy.
dude, at this point, I mean, I don't know how my name is pronounced. Everyone calls it completely differently, and some of it is not even close to my name, and they call me. So at this point, I'm just used to it. So like, you can call me even Kevin. I'll be okay with it.
Okay,
Kevin.
Manjunath.
Hey, hi, bro, Kevin.
Manjunath.
Manjunath.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
But, yeah.
Manju, tell us more about how you got into photography and filmmaking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So I started off with photography, and to be honest, I think I've always had a fascination for cameras.
Huh.
Not exactly in shooting, just I'm a pretty geeky guy, so I'm like very into computers and like technology and stuff like that.
Okay.
So even at my like younger age, I used to be really fascinated how cameras work, like the capture light, and there's a lot of science going behind it that we don't notice. So I used to take photos on my what did we have back then? We had this handy camcorders.
Oh
The one with
yeah,
the
yeah.
flip.
Shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
We used to
Oh,
have
yeah.
those. Yeah. So we used to record stuff with that, and that's how I started shooting video. I was really young back then, and so that's how we started shooting video. And and then I got an iPhone. What was it? 3GS.
Oh damn, man. What?
Oh,
Oh,
Speaking about retro,
that was
speaking
my
about
first
retro.
iPhone.
Exactly. That was my first iPhone too. I got a 3GS, and I was able to take a few pictures with that. And to be honest, I was pretty young when I got that, so I don't exactly remember that much of the iPhone 3GS. And then I got the what was it? The 4G. Yeah. I started taking photos with the 4G. Then it went on the next iPhone. After that, eventually, I got my first camera,
Okay.
which was the Canon 70D.
Huh.
And I did the cliche thing. As soon as you get a camera, you start shooting flowers in
Yeah.
your garden.
Oh, you just run around
Every
your house and
photographer.
like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I swear.
To be honest, even now, if I get a new camera, that's what I do. Just run around the house. The tiniest thing, a pencil, something. There's something about that. So that's what I started off with, and then slowly that's how I got into photos and videos. Started watching a lot of YouTube videos
Yeah.
and learning from that. I didn't go to any film school or photography school, even though that'd be cool. Hey, that rhymed, school, cool. But school is not cool, to be honest. But I haven't. I just learned everything through YouTube mostly. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And a
So
lot of
like,
practice.
I think you told me this. You told us this really cool story of how he got into the whole. How he sat at his house one day and he just
Oh,
learned all
yeah,
of this
correct.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
that's pretty much what happened. Like I had the camera for like a year.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with it because back then I was very, very, very interested in gaming. So I used to like compete and stuff. So like I completely forgot I had a camera for like 1 year. After that, once I like rediscovered, well, not rediscovered. I just started using my camera more than rather than just family parties and stuff, and started getting into the technicals of it, trying to manipulate it as much as possible to like get the most out of it, like in the more creative way. Like most of my things, I want to keep it as different as possible. I try to. So I try to try new things
Like give it your touch,
most of the
sort.
time. Yeah, pretty much. I'm like try to get my own style. I'm still like developing my own style. I'm not there yet, but
Yeah.
I think eventually I'll reach a point where I have my own signature style. That when you look at something, you'll be like, that was shot by Jabez, like most of the photographers and filmmakers.
I mean, yeah. I mean, your stuff is pretty good even now. I mean,
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, he's not just a photographer and filmmaker. He also edits really well.
Oof.
Like, I'm sure you guys know about the Vogue challenge. You should check out what he did with his pictures. It was really good.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Oh,
But
yeah, I
yeah,
remember seeing that.
editing is like a big part of photography nowadays, especially with like the resources we have. We can edit a really good photo on our phones, yeah. So learning how to edit really well is a very very good skill to have, especially right now when there's a lot of requirement for editors in the industry
Like, yeah, like I
more
feel
than
like,
shooters.
like there's so much of technological advancements coming up in the camera
Yeah,
and all of that. So like I feel everybody's shooting or like producing the same images. So the only thing or the only
yeah.
way to really stand out is by editing it and giving it your touch, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing is like there's a lot of people that like copy others, like they see someone do
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
and they just download their preset, apply the preset, bam, I'm a photographer.
Exactly.
That's not how it works though. Like you gotta understand like what every single slider in the software means, what it exactly does to your photos, and once you learn that, you have a very very high advantage on anyone that's around you.
Yeah,
To
because like it's not about it's just putting out something that's visually pleasing. It's about showing people what that picture means to you, right?
Exactly. There's always the aspect of having a story in your photos,
Yeah.
That's what everyone talks about that. Even I didn't get to the point where, capturing stories was my important focus. It was more of, oh, that looks cool kind of aspect. But then as, I started learning more and more, I realized like a good photo always has a good story it tells. Just by looking at it, you can be like, that's happening over there and that's what this photo means. And getting to that point takes time. Even again, I'm not there yet. I'm still learning how to get the best story out of an image. uh, but yeah,
Yeah, but
more than the creative aspect, that's
like
more important.
yeah, exactly. Like everyone's learning, obviously. Everyone's always learning.
Yeah.
Like so yeah. So anyways, we thought we'd just ask you a few questions that a lot of people would want to know coming from a
Yeah.
photographer and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
let's
have
go.
one.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. What
Um,
is it?
so I'm sure you'll agree with this too, but capturing pictures is an art. Okay, anybody with a camera can capture pictures, but capturing stories is another skill.
Exactly.
What according to you is like a reason why you edit a certain picture? Like, if I take a picture of a sunset, why do you think there's a need to edit? Like, how do you go about doing that? Like, what's your mindset when you see a picture and you want to edit it?
Okay, wow, that is actually a very, very deep question and very good question. Uh, I'm gonna have to think about this one, but like you said, everything has what do you say, a meaning behind it, a reason of doing. Anytime if you've seen most of my sunset photos, it's mostly what do you say, you don't see bright colors, it's very muted.
Yeah.
Most of my photos are very faded, muted. It's not very saturated, and I don't know the reason behind is that I guess it's just me basically. Like I'm not very bright, I'm not very dull. I'm just like at dead center. I can do both. Like my personality. I'm talking about, and I feel like anytime I edit in photo, getting that edit, I think it just suits me well to my personality. And that's how, like, anytime I edit, I try to go like the creative way, like there's people who have very contrasty, sharp photos. I try to like edit like that and just like, nah, I just personally don't like it. But
Hmm.
then eventually I just try to edit it in a way where it's muted, where it's neutral and very moody, to be honest.
So you go for
And
that
I
kind of
think,
a really sad or like a really serious kind of a vibe, sort of.
yeah, I, like I don't mean it to be sad, but I feel like that's how it comes off to.
No, like
I
deep,
just,
basically.
yeah, exactly, deep. Like there's a lot of blacks. Like there's not a lot about that image, and there's a lot to like. How do I put this in words? Yeah, so I think I got it. You don't exactly know what's happening until like you're actually there or someone explains it to you,
Oh,
I
okay,
guess
okay,
is
okay.
what it is. So
Yeah.
like you don't immediately see what's at like the dark places of an image. Like you need to be there to know what's happening.
Wow, that's
I
deep,
guess
man.
that's yeah, that's what happens in any photo I edit.
That's like some true inspiration, like uh just making a photo kind of unique to you in such a way that only you can explain it in the way that you want them to see it. If not, it can be perceived as anything. Like, so basically
Exactly.
it kind of brings out the mood of a person when they look at your photos, sort of thing.
Exactly. So like there was this point where I used to edit photos based on my mood. So like yeah, whenever I used to be happy or like didn't have any issues around me, and I was like in a good place, I used to edit them pretty colorful. Like they were like blue colors, a lot of colors. But there was this time where I wasn't like in a good place. I was like kind of feeling very very low. Uh, whatever it was, the situation back then, I used to get the photos like very very moody. Like you wouldn't see any colors in it. It would just be like almost sort of black and white, but you still have like that little bit of like shine to it, I say, is what it is. I'm not exactly sure with the colors, but yeah, I feel like every time I edit, it just goes with my mood. Like I can probably edit the same photo about like 50 different ways depending on the time, the date, and the situation I'm in while editing that particular photo.
Okay, you've been in Bangalore for quite some time now, right?
Yeah, around like 3 years
Okay.
now, I think.
Yeah. So living in Bangalore and being a photographer, one question is, how many times have people asked you to come and take pictures of them in Covent Park?
I wouldn't say Cupboard Park per se, because like anytime anyone asks me to take photos of them, I just immediately take them away from Cupboard Park as much as possible.
Yeah, but it's pretty common. Like people like photo shoot,
Dude.
Covent Park.
Oh, bro,
Covent Park.
not just Cupboard Park, any park.
Yeah, any
I don't
park.
get the point of it.
Cricket
Yeah,
ground.
any park. Yeah, they just want to go to a park, but
Like just sit
I
under
don't
some
get the
tree.
point. Yeah, the cliche, those
Yeah,
Indian
exactly.
movie style.
Or
Under the
like two
tree.
people behind the tree and then they both their hands make a
peeking
heart
over.
on the other
Yeah,
side.
dude.
Oh,
Those
too much.
wedding photos are classics, bro.
Oh.
Classics. But yeah, not a lot, surprisingly. For me
Not
personally,
bad,
I
not
say.
bad.
Yeah. But that's that.
And it just feels like if you go to a park, it wouldn't be really suiting your style of editing also at the end of it.
That as well, yeah, true. Like mine's more of like an urban street kind of vibe, so I guess that wouldn't suit that much.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of people, who can like go to a park and like get really good photos, which
it just depends on like as you said, it depends on the vibe or a photographer kind of a person you are, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so then let's put another question at you. So, obviously you're getting a lot of clients, and as you said, you're trying to expand your horizon in that aspect. How do you plan for a shoot, bro? Like what are the things that like, so basically just think, for an example, I hit you up saying, yo, we need to do a photo shoot, and you don't know anything about me, right? So I'm just there for it because, your portfolio says you're a photographer and I'm just another client. So how do you plan for it? Like, just going into that situation, just unknowing what's going to come. Like, yeah.
So do you want me to answer the photography aspect or the videography aspect of planning for a shoot?
Why don't you just break it up, bro? Break it up into two, simple kind of conclusions.
Okay. Photography is mostly easier because it's photos compared to videos. Videos, there's a lot of planning for videos. For photos, it's usually if I don't know someone, the first thing is I try to speak to them as much as possible to get to know what they want, what's their style, what's their personality, to put that into a photo. And also,
so you kind of go under like a Q&A before you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like get to know the person, a vibe with them, and once you get the vibe, you can also get to know what type of photos they might like. Like they can also show you what they want. Yeah. So once that happens, we just start shooting, and then after that, just depends on what the client wants. Like if they don't like a photo I've taken from my first judgment of the person, we can just take another one. They just be like, I don't like that, and I'll be like, okay, I got that wrong, and then just shoot it again.
So on reaching location, you do a couple of trials and then you show them, and then based
Yeah,
on their opinions,
exactly.
you go about it. Okay.
Yes. The trial thing is I want to get better where I can go to a place, just take one photo and be like, there you go, that's your photo, you can leave. Pay me and leave. But like,
Piece of cake.
but every time I go for a shoot, like the first like about 10 photos I take is always testing and trials, and most of the times it never goes well. It's like the worst photos you've ever seen, and I'm just there like, oh no. And the thing is, like, anytime you take a photo, the client definitely wants to see it. Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
like, show me the photo, show me the photo.
Yeah.
And you're just there like, no, just go back, we'll take another one. And then you take another one, and then you finally get an average photo after like 20 photos, and you're like, okay, you can look at this one, just don't scroll.
This is my
The
sample shot.
settings-
This is my
yeah,
one
this
shot.
was my sample. Yeah, because but yeah, because most of the magic I say is from my photos is in the editing part. So sometimes in the photo camera, the photos look absolutely terrible, dude. There's like some proof of like if you go on my feed or something, whatever, just scroll through like some of the photos. Some of them would be absolutely terrible, like at the start, but once I edit them, they somehow become good. So
As you said, right? It's all in the edits.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and a little bit of luck here and there.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah.
So since you said videography is more complicated, before Mars throws the next question at you, why don't you just quickly, maybe in like a 1 or 2 minute kind of a thing, sum it up for us?
Okay,
Like
so
really
video,
brief. So like
there's
really brief.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so video, there's a lot that goes into it compared to photos instead of just going there and shooting. Video, you need to plan out the entire thing. You need to write down a storyboard. Earlier on my shooting career, I never like drew out storyboards. I just thought that I could just go there and shoot like photos. But then I learned it the hard way that I had to shoot. I had to draw out a whole storyboard, see what you want to shoot, already plan the whole video before you even start shooting or turning on the camera. You plan it in on paper and pen,
Oh,
and
okay.
then you can go there and shoot.
So
That's
you have
pretty much
to
what
you have
goes
to
to it.
basically plan everything out basically before even taking out stuff.
Exactly. So like as soon as you get a project, you just go straight to your pencil and a book, start drawing out frames and be like, just make an entire film in your head. And
Okay.
then once it's drawn out on paper as
Okay.
what you've imagined, you can also edit it on paper of if you think something is not there. Because like once you look at a photo that you've drawn, you can already see it moving. So in your head, others will be like, what the heck is this stick figure doing in this
Yeah.
rectangle box?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, dude, he's holding a coffee with a laptop. And you'll be like, there is no laptop. Oh, it's
Like
fine, I know
you see it. They don't see it. You
Yeah,
see it.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
So even if others don't get it, draw down a storyboard in the most rough way possible.
Okay.
Have the whole film ready before you even start shooting, and then it should come really well after that.
Okay. Cool. So I think Mars going to drop another question at you. Just before
Let's
that,
go, boys. It's
you
like
know
a
what?
Q&A.
Exactly. It's like a freaking rapid fire, my boy. I hope you brought your own A game today.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
So like,
Wait, before Maz asks the next question,
Yeah.
which one do you prefer more?
Honestly, I like videography more. The aspect of moving pictures and the meaning. There's way more meaning in videos sometimes that people don't realize, and the effort that goes into it. And I think I like the aspect of like the hard work that goes into making a video compared to a
yeah,
photo.
like the fruit at the end of it is more worth it.
Like after all the editing
Exactly.
and all of that.
Yeah. Because you can just relax back and you have like it varies from like 2 minutes, like a 1.5 hour film. I've never done a feature film. I wish to one day.
You haven't done it yet. You haven't done it
From
yet.
what I've done it yet. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, but yeah, we were working on a short film recently, but then that got again, I told you I learned it the hard way, writing down a storyboard.
Yeah.
Do we have time for the story or no?
Yeah, we do, man. Go for it.
Okay. So we went to we travel a lot. Me and a bunch of other friends and my team. We travel a lot. So we found this really cool place, and we had a story that my friend came up with, and I wanted to make it into a short film.
Okay.
So I had that particular location we traveled to, and that's around like 3 hours out of Bangalore.
Okay.
So we had everything, prepared, and I did pretty much everything for the shoot. Like planning it, getting actors, and the worst part was the actors kept dropping out last minute,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't believe it. Like the actors we needed, we didn't have them the night before, so we
Yeah.
had to literally ask someone the day we were shooting. We had to leave Bangalore. We had to call someone in the morning and be like, "Are you free?" And we thankfully got someone, even though, and like because of that, like everything was like completely messed up to what I wanted it to. So we went there, we started shooting, and everything went downhill from there.
Damn.
And the gear wasn't working. Like it was just a big mess. So even though we got the shots, I still have it on my hard drive.
Okay.
The shots look beautiful, okay, but there was no story in it. Like I said, story is the most important thing because I hadn't planned it before.
Oh, okay.
So it's just lying there as a waste right now, and hopefully in the future we get back to shooting that film.
Well, I feel all of those make it worth it, right? When you look down and say, "Oh shit, I messed up," but then look at me now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's always a lesson to be learned in whatever you do. So I guess that's one of the lessons I had to learn.
Always write stuff down.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so since y'all spoke about a rapid fire thing, let's actually do a rapid fire.
Oh
I
damn,
got you.
Jabez.
I'm not good with this, so I'm not ready for this.
Okay.
Okay, let's
So
go.
I'll just shoot a few questions at you. You answer them in like maybe one word or like a few sentences. Cool. Okay.
Let's go.
First question: what do you prefer, editing or shooting?
Shooting's more fun. Editing is kind of boring.
Okay. What's your biggest achievement?
Oh, biggest. I don't think I have one yet. I feel like everything I have is
what
small
according
compared
to
to what's
you-
about to come.
What, according to you, is your proudest moment?
Proudest moment? Winning a gaming tournament back in Dubai. That probably.
Yeah.
Is.
What's your weirdest thing that you had to go through or see at one of your shoots?
Oh, weirdest.
Yeah, weirdest.
Undressing people to mic them up. I had to pretty much remove their clothes and put the mic inside them on their body.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
Jabez.
Oh my
only
God.
fans and all. Only fans and all.
Only fan, yeah, exclusive. Bro. I had to tape it to their body. That was probably the weirdest one.
Perks of a photographer, almost.
Family friendly, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, family friendly.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get banned for that. We better cut it out.
Okay, what
Okay.
what according to you is the most difficult or the most tedious step in editing?
In editing, finding music, finding the right music for an edit is very, very vital. And I spend pretty much days on trying to find good music for any video I make.
You know, you're talking to a producer / DJ, right?
Oh, I'm gonna
Slash
hit you up for music
playboy.
now, bro.
/ philanthropist.
Okay, yeah. What's your favorite meal to eat?
Meal to eat. Here or Dubai? Can I say Dubai?
Just your favorite meal. I didn't say India.
Okay. The McDonald's Grand Chicken Spicy back in Dubai.
You want to
Bro,
describe
what
what
about
it is?
biryani, da?
Oh, dude, very controversial.
Don't say it. Don't say it. We'll come to your house and slash you.
I hate biryani.
Bro!
Let's end this thing. Hey, we don't have a guest for today. We'll see you next week.
Bro, we're gonna invite you to another barbecue and we're gonna feed you a whole hot case of
Bro,
biryani.
feed him on full cow, bro.
see, when I say I don't like it, I'm not saying I will never eat it. I do eat it, but if I had parota and any other gravy, I'd rather have that than biryani. That is
Parota!
If you had parota and dal,
Parota.
you had dal and parota, you'd freaking choose the biryani. Yo.
yeah.
Guys, I'm
Over the
so
biryani,
sorry I
I'd
have
take
to
the
go
parota
through all
and
this. This is some difficult things to
bro,
hear. We'll
viewers
censor
will
it.
like
to
biryani.
Sorry,
technical,
It's sensitive topic, but yeah. We're sorry, but
due to technical difficulties, Jabez cannot make it to any of
Yeah.
these in the future.
He will delete his Instagram now. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
number anymore. He's
I
off
just
grid.
vanish. I just vanish now all of a sudden.
Oh shit.
let's
Okay, let's go.
continue. We have a few more questions. What's the
Okay,
favorite
okay.
time to poop?
Favorite time to
Poop.
poop?
Keep it.
Honestly,
Hey,
yeah,
serious,
I like
man.
it. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Probably around like 1 to 2 a.m. I don't know why. It's just peaceful.
So you have a
What?
specific
One.
time that you do every day.
No, you just said favorite time, so I'd say that is my favorite time compared
Oh,
to
now
all
that
the
way
other
it's all
times I've taken off.
quiet.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yo,
There's no
damn.
disturbance. Yeah.
Yo, Jabe is always
Not
hitting us
bad.
on things to try, bro.
Yo, I'm
Seriously.
gonna try that, bro. 2:30 today morning. It's going
Oh,
down,
okay, okay,
literally.
wait. We have one last $1 million question.
Oh no, yeah, we
What
go.
took you so long?
I was watching the movie.
And you
Slash
had meeting
cartoon.
and all.
Ah.
That is actually what happened. I had a meeting, I had a few shoots to
The
plan.
Tom and Jerry. Oh,
Finis and I have this big company called Finis and Ferb. They're building some new
ah.
Oh, yeah, he's my
concert or
neighbor.
something.
He's my
Kiran,
neighbor.
hey,
Yeah. So
I
they're
have
having
a
a
few
concert, so I'm
stickers.
shooting for them.
You want some Phineas and Ferb stickers?
Yo,
Honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah.
Yes.
Jabez, you did this to yourself, man.
If you
You did this to yourself. I'm just saying.
You did this to yourself.
Disclaimer.
wait, now I don't want it anymore. What is it?
No,
Because
no,
like
Don't
Phineas
worry,
and
get it.
Ferb
Oh,
is hands
Don't
down my
worry.
favorite cartoon.
see, check this out. Okay,
every
it's
other
just gonna
cartoon.
become. It's just gonna become your most favorite. That's all.
That's all, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see this
Like
now.
all-time favorite now.
Once Mars sends you the stickers, no, text me about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Dude, but like the episode on cartoons, a lot of nostalgia. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
episode, by the way.
Oh, peace.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Okay, let's go back to this.
Blushing again? Hmm?
Okay, bro, let's conclude it off. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorted.
good. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. So
Jabez,
yeah.
Jabez,
So
Jabez,
as you know,
Manjunath.
Jabez,
Jabez.
he's really a busy guy, planning his own stuff, got his own company running and all of that. So we'd really love to thank this guy for coming off, taking some of his time off and coming onto our podcast and just giving us his time with our stupid questions and all of that. So thanks, man. Oof, we wouldn't have done this episode
Of
without
course, bro. I would have come in anytime, dude. For you guys, anytime.
you. Damn. So Jabez, I feel we're drawing an end to this episode. So Jabez Sam or Jabez Sam, whatever, his stuff's gonna be all linked in all the bios. Y'all can check him out on our Instagram handles. You can check him out on our YouTube bio. We'll link all his details. Instagram. This guy, he's got some beautiful work out there.
Phone number, address, email,
Yeah,
everything.
Y'all
My
y'all
Aadhaar
can
card
freaking-
number.
Hey,
y'all can
hey,
freaking
don't
some
forget
stuff
house address, da. House
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 address.
address, house
yeah.
address.
Because we just want to come say,
Or
thank
if
you
you
for
want to
loving
murder him for
biryani so
not
much.
liking biryani, yeah, you can just go murder him. We'll give you the address.
Yeah,
Okay, so
no,
yeah.
no cost.
Y'all are welcome. I mean, I'll tell my mom to make biryani for you guys if you come. Apparently, she
Oh.
makes very good biryani. I don't see it, but like, yeah.
What? Okay, so now we are obviously coming to your house.
Come.
So yeah, so anyways, thanks, bro. This has been one beautiful episode, and I feel you're like one of
Of course, man.
our real guests. So congratulations.
Damn, thank you.
Seriously.
But
Yeah,
let
so-
me correct you that I'm not a very, very big businessman. You hyped me up way too much there.
Yo, check this out. Here on Watercast, we just make this atmosphere of positivity where everyone's a millionaire, everyone's a billionaire. Bill
Oof,
Gates
let's
is
go.
as
Everyone has
famous
hair.
as Jabez. Everyone has hair. Plug Kiran.
I own Lewis Hamilton.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So that's it. I feel.
Yeah.
Jabez,
Thanks
yeah.
for having me again.
Peace, man.
No problem. Sure.
Okay, guys, and I feel we should just Jabez left, and we should just thank him for coming onto the show. It was an amazing freaking episode. So much of energy, so much of weird technical stuff that we've never done. Like first on Watercast, right, Maz? Right, Kiran?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's been too freaking technical today, but yeah, I liked it. It was pretty nice. I liked it. Yeah. So so we're drawing. We are drawing an end to this episode.
Yes.
So we're drawing an end to the episode on photography and filmmaking. And obviously, it would have been a longer episode, I feel, or it couldn't have been long enough. Y'all guys let us know in the comments and DMs. So, anyways, thanks guys for tuning in right again. If
Thank
y'all
you
have
very
made
much.
if y'all have made it to this icky part of the video, we love y'all guys because y'all are the OG subscribes, y'all are the OG viewers, and we just love to thank y'all. And also, quick announcement. at maybe 100 subs on YouTube. We're just going based on YouTube. So if you all are watching us on Spotify and you all don't watch us on YouTube, just go there and subscribe us. So subscribe us. Oh, in the YouTubers.
Hi. Oh, you
बस
subscribe
क्या
करो.
मारा यार?
Wait, hold on.
Hi, subscribe.
Hold on. So if you're watching us on Spotify or anywhere else or iTunes, because we're on iTunes now officially. So if you're watching us anywhere else other than YouTube, go to YouTube and subscribe because we're counting our viewers based on us YouTube subscribers right now. You don't have to watch it on YouTube. You just gotta go subscribe because that'll be doing us a huge favor, and we'll know how much we're progressing as a company or as a brand. So basically, at 100 subs or 150 subs, we're gonna create official Instagram account for What the Cast. So obviously the guys don't know it yet. I'm just announcing it now. I'm gonna discuss with them already. I'm gonna discuss it with them after this. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you all on the next one. And as I said, it's gonna be us all the time. So get used to it. Love our voices. Tell us what we need to do to improve ourselves.
If you want an ASMR video, tell us if you want an ASMR video.
Yeah. Okay, so before we leave, I just want to say, Maz, as everyone knows, or if y'all don't know, Maz is a beautiful freaking producer / DJ. And if y'all need, anything from him, if y'all need custom beats, if y'all need music for your videos, if y'all are upcoming podcasters and y'all need intro music, outro music, just hit him up. We've got beautiful discounts for everybody lined up. You just got to tell him or text him saying, yo, I came here from the podcast and we'll give you a discount on the beat. So,
Just
enter
mention What
code
the Cast.
BKM.
just
You
Kiran.
will get
100.
1 minute, Maz. Shut up.
Hey, that's code, coupon code.
No, just
I'll
DM
just
him.
say
Hmm.
just say I watched the podcast. They'll DM me only if they watch the podcast like till the end. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So obviously this is a little snippet and a detail that you won't notice if you haven't watched the whole podcast, and if you have, then you got the discount and you've got a beautiful source for all of your music. So thanks again for watching. We are What the Cast, and we will see you on the next one.
What the Cast?
Okay, outro is already done. No.
Yeah.
Just do it again, da. What the Cast?
Okay, now What the Cast.
What the Cast?
What the Cast. Done.
Biryani.